Hi, welcome back to Game Set and Chat. It is day 15 of the Australian Open. It was the men's final today, and I'm Yoni.
And I'm Robert, and we are literally just here on the pod moments after the men's final has wrapped up. Carlos versus Novak, Alcaraz versus Djokovic, and it was a great final. We enjoyed it a lot. Yoni, give us your first responses. Who won? Did they deserve it? Tell us about the match.
So I think the first set, Novak was on his game, hitting the right balls, and he got the first set in a good way, like 6-2. Then the second set, I don't know what happened to him. He was probably in shock from the first set, and he just lost it. And Alcaraz was playing amazingly, and then Alcaraz won 6-2 the second set. And then the third set, he played a bit more better, but Alcaraz still took the set 6-3. And then the fourth set, Djokovic was playing amazingly, and he could have got it into a tiebreak or something, and Alcaraz just done it.
Alcaraz, look, he played really well other than that first set. He's so athletic. He was getting balls back that he shouldn't do. He was like a wall at some point. There was no way past him. And Novak did pull out some unbelievable shots. I mean, I think we had the point of the tournament in this match where you thought Novak had got it round, he'd hit it back around the net post, and somehow Alcaraz gets it back and wins the point. And look, he's a worthy champion. He's the youngest to have ever completed the career Grand Slam of winning all 4 of the Grand Slams. And he's now on 7 Grand Slams. Who knows where he's going to end up? Does he start to challenge Djokovic in 10 years' time? That record, who knows? There's a lot of tennis to play before that. But Novak was incredible. He really was incredible. The guy's 38. He is an all-time champion. He's the GOAT. And he was pulling shots out that, again, nobody should be doing at that stage of their career. He got himself to the final. Yes, he had that walkover and the injury for Musetti, which got in there. But you take your chances, and he was there, and he really did show up. That first set was beautiful. A joy to watch. We all wanted him. I'm feeling a bit deflated, Yoni, to be honest. I really, really wanted Novak, and I'm happy for Carlos because he's a great player. And when Novak retires, I'll obviously support Carlos fully. But I don't know what else to say. It was a great final. It really was. Even though it was 3-1 and it felt, that it wasn't that close, it actually was close. And to have that level of tennis from Novak against the young superstar, wow.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing, and they hit one point of the tournament, that around the net. Then the set later, they hit another point of the tournament, which that is the point of the tournament. And Djokovic, obviously, when he plays a lot of sets, he gets tired, and he's 38. I would retire. I don't know how he's doing it, and you can definitely see it in him that he's definitely ready to retire, but he can do it.
He could do it. He still got to the final, and last year he got to all the semi-finals. Let's see how he shapes up in the next few Grand Slams. He sort of said in his speech at the end there, he doesn't know what's going to be in tomorrow, let alone in 6 months or 12 months' time. So was that a hint that he may not be back again next year at the Australian Open? Who knows?
Yeah, so my prediction, which obviously my predictions are very wrong, but
anyone listening in, by the way, and they want to hear predictions and do something with these predictions, don't take Yoni's advice.
he's probably going to retire at the next Australian Open, because he's won 10 of them. It's the most out of all of them, and I think he's going to retire there.
Very possibly, very possibly. Now, sitting in the front row of the stand watching this match was another great champion.
Rafa Nadal. He was sitting at the front row, probably supporting Carlos Alcaraz, Spanish, and obviously it's definitely more pressure on both of them. And what's your what do you have to say?
Yeah, look, it was great to see him. Obviously, we love how he played. He was the ultra nemesis for Novak. Novak's playing Carlos and Yannick now, and he's at the end. But the real competition was him and Nadal, him and Federer, and it was amazing to watch. And Novak said at the end, he said, "Rafa, it's so great to have you here watching this match. It's such an honor. I'm not used to you being up there. I'm used to you being down here on court, and so it feels really strange. But great to have all these champions around." I think what was interesting, and we spoke about this whilst we were watching, was Novak Djokovic's ability to lose a point and bounce back so quickly in his mind and say, that point is gone. Okay, I failed. I didn't win that point. I'm not going to wait there and think about it. You could see almost in his eyes when he's like, oh, I lost the point. And then a few seconds later, he's switched. And I call
It's all
it
about
bounce.
mindset.
Absolutely, but I call it bounce back ability. The bounce back ability is that you're down, you're out, you've lost that point. How quickly you can bounce back, that ability to bounce back is the thing that makes champions. And that's actually a message for all life. It doesn't have to be just about tennis. When things are down, how do you bounce back? And do you do it quickly?
Yeah, I agree with that. And obviously, when I'm playing, it's very hard for me to lose the point, then get back the next point. Like, I don't know how he does it. Like, I do know, but like, it's hard for like people that are starting to play tennis. It's hard to find your mindset.
It is, and that is the difference between good and great, ultimately. And it was just a joy to watch. It's been an amazing 2 weeks, and obviously we've had the pod, and this is our first season, and we've been enjoying getting this out every day after the day's tennis. I don't know how we're going to do this when it's the US Open, because the matches are like in the middle of the night our time, and then we'll be waking up to. I don't know how it's all going to work, but it's been really enjoyable doing this podcast and sharing our insights on all the different games. And we've got two great champions. Rabaikina, she really deserved it. She was superb. She could have a great season on the back of this. Sabalenka needs to bounce back. Alcaraz, a worthy winner. Djokovic, he'll be there in some of those other Grand Slams, whether it's semi-finals or finals. I think he's still got a couple more in him. And Yannick Sinner will be disappointed, and he'll be looking to bounce back as soon as possible in the tournaments coming up, and then leading into Roland Garros come May.
Yeah, and obviously in the past 9 Grand Slams, it's been Yannick Sinner and Alcaraz, and it's like this could be their whole career. 1-1, 1-1. And will anyone else come and defeat them?
There's always an additional story. One of them gets injured, it's a bad injury, they have to come back. There'll be other people that pull through. There's players that we don't even know yet who are going to come through, who are 15, 16, 17 years old, who are going to come on the tour, and suddenly they'll be the new sensation. So there's so much to play for. Hopefully it might include you, Yoni, but I've just had a great time doing the pod and a great time watching the tennis. Who could not love watching the greatest sport on earth?
Yeah, and obviously, one of the things that I don't agree that they said in the ceremony, I don't think billions are watching the tennis. I think it's probably like 700 million.
It could be billions over the course of 2 weeks, that hundreds of millions every day are watching, and over the course of 2 weeks billions of people would have watched it. So it's definitely possible. And we were two of them, glued to most of the matches for 2 weeks. I don't know what we're going to do come tomorrow, but we'll have to find something else to do. And it's just been a great tournament.
So this was day 15 of the Australian Open, the men's final, the last day of the Australian Open. It was amazing to do the podcast these 2 weeks. This is Game Set and
Chat.